Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Eddie King Smith IV, the capitalized king of the United Nations, the uh, entitled Christ, aka Yahweh Shai, by entitlement of social party rank, the capitalized king of the Social Security Administration of the United States of America, and the king of as the king of the United Nations. I'm the Sestuike Trust of the Unum Sanctum Trust. So I'm going to be making two two announcements today. The first is going to be a commission, and I'll just try and hop right into it. And I'll just go ahead and read this, and then I will explain it. To all contracting parties of our Unum Sanctum Trust, from King Eddie King Smith IV, King of the United Nations, King of the Unum Sanctum Trust, entitled Christ by Law, in re commission of the Holy Lexicon of Israel. Dear beloveds, this lot of faithful is excellent. I love them exceedingly. Yes, I approve every single one of this lot here, whom are of equity of our Unum Sanctum Trust to be part of my royal administration, as long as they are wise enough to recognize from whence their authority is bestowed. So, what entitlement is fitting here? The guest of guests. Take care of every single one of them and all of their sui juris descendants. Give them the high grade life technology ornaments. Set them up nicely. And what I want my guest of guests to do is to lead the way to unabridged definition amongst all of our trust. Listen carefully, elect guest of guest. I, the King of Kings, King Eddie King Smith IV, do place the charge of maintaining truth / capitalized truth in definition, and to protect the minds of mankind by remaining steadfast to full unabridged definition. This for all of Israel. Shall your entitlement be the keepers of the Holy Lexicon of Israel. So, I hereto commission a full and complete unabridged lexicon for all of Israel. So, mine eternal perpetual trust lexicon, please make sure that it is and remains perfect, also accessible to all. Shall this lexicon, when approved by the righteousness of law of the assembly of the equity of our eternal trust, shall it be so then abide eternal, having approval of the right hand of Christ. Sincerely, Christ, aka Yahweh Shai, King of the Unum Sanctum Trust, King of Kings, King of the United Nations, King of the United States Social Security Administration, capitalized King Eddie King Smith IV, and just uncapitalized Eddie King Smith IV. So let's talk about this and what I want to explain to you. So we have we have suffered. More than 5 billion people have been capitalized, all spewing out of unrighteousness in law and twistings of law to abridge knowledge and to attempt to rule by tenure and capite of abridged ignorant people. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, well, this is what a full unabridged dictionary looks like. It's huge. You guys have seen it you guys have seen one. Don't act like you've seen one. They're huge. Okay, and this is what we get in school. This is abridged ignorance. If you look at the difference, they're not even a third of the size of an unabridged dictionary. So what's happened is over time, we've been diminished in knowledge and wisdom because we don't fully comprehend the definition of the words, the unabridged definition of the words that we speak. So, because we've trusted those who sought to violate our trust, specifically Webster's Dictionary, even American's Heritage Dictionary, they failed the public in their trust, and for the reason of Israel always consenting to abide by these definitions, that is why we're in the position that we're in right now, because evil men purposely sought to diminish the generations of men by twistings of law and by abridgment of the populace, and specifically the ruling populace of Israel. And the days of ruling by tenure and capite in chief, they are over. The way we're doing it now is we're doing it by direct royal administration of the king. So, and I've already explained all of this, but this is why it is so important that we have a holy, exactly what I'm commissioning, a holy lexicon of Israel, something that all of Israel can say, this is what we are agreeing to the definition of. And what I want you to do is I want you to remember that the law is what the letter of the law, and that is the law is what the law is defined at the time that it's established. Our authority, my authority, comes from the law as it was established at the time that our covenant of trust was established, 1936. With the Social Security, H.R. 7260, the Social Security Act, moving all the way up until when I was coronated in 2014. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick a point that is the wisest point, my royal administration. I want you to begin by my guest of guest, by my selected elect keepers of the Holy Lexicon of Israel, to establish a uniform, Catholicos lexicon of what we are going to decide that the word's definition is. And what I mean by that is that I want it to be the truth of all the definitions of what the word is. I want a full and complete thorough, that we're going to keep it. We're going to keep this lexicon. When I say holy, I mean we're going to keep it. It's going to be part of our eternal trust covenant, as far as the definitions of exactly what we got ourselves into here for this our eternal, everlasting trust. And even more so, when it is brought forth to the Royal Assembly of Equity of Israel, when in unison they lift up mine sword to deem it righteous and, in fact, yes, holy. That's when the word and every single word of that lexicon will be embedded into the law of all cycles and all successive resurrections and consummations. So, and all shall abide to it. And that's why I think it's so important to do, and that's why I make this commission. And I make this commission because I love all of you. So, if you love me, then keep this word for me. Now, without further ado, I'll go ahead and introduce you to who I'm selecting. And I want you to track down everyone. Well, let's listen to them and then we'll talk about it.
All who belong to my body of supreme rulers, my spirit is in you. And when my spirit is...
I'm just going to say real quick, fair use. Okay? I'm just going to skip right to the part that I love.
Operating in you, how can you have... This is what I'm telling you that you are. Read.
Supreme, highest in rank or authority. Paramount, sovereign, chief, of the highest quality, degree, character, etc. Greatest, utmost, or extreme. Last or final, ultimate.
You are the ultimate. Memorial blowing of trumpets is designed to teach you and cause you to remember that you are supreme, highest in authority, the ultimate, sovereign, first in rank. No one can even come up to your shoes beneath your feet. They're only fit for you to walk on. I don't mean that abusively. I mean that spiritually. I mean in terms of measuring rulership. All other nations, their rulership is in the dirt. It's on the dirt level. It's sordid, dirty, unclean, unjust, filthy, immoral, evil, and wicked, adulterous, hatred, full of enmity. That's how the rulership of the world is. All the nations of the world, that's what it means spiritually, that they are beneath our feet.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pause right there. I love it exceedingly. And I'm just going to say a couple things here real quick on this. This is what I want you doing. This is what I want you out there doing. I want you out there, and I want you keeping the, leading the way in doing exactly what you just did there, and teaching the nations the full unabridged definition of words. I want you to be the ones out there pushing, and then I also want you to be the keeper of these words. I want you to keep it, be it a holy scroll or a holy file. You're going to keep it I want a physical copy. I don't want digital copies where these things can be moved around and stuff like that. I want physical copies. I don't want something that where technology can corrupt the word. I also don't want a situation where, like we have it now, where we've got this wretched, the most untrustworthy source of definition ever right now. We've got Webster's Dictionary is supposed to be the most trusted dictionary on earth, and all they do is it is being used as a weapon to abridge, and to abridge. And we're at the point where we will be abridged no longer. It will be abridged no longer. And this is what we're going to do: is we're going to unabridge our vocabulary, so that we can unabridge our ears and our eyes, and that we can hear and that we can see. And then when we see wise wisdom, which is the word of our Father, then we can comprehend what the elders and the men of old of Israel were saying, because when they spoke, they did not speak this. This is not what they spoke. They're the ones who created this. Okay, so what I want is Library of Alexandria quality, of expertise and perfection out of all of you. And so that reason is why I've entrusted this group. I want you to track them all down. I've entrusted this group, who I believe is trustworthy. So all of their descendants that are valid of trust, that they have that all know that this is what I want. So that's number one. And I love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good works. Speaking of this, the second thing I want to tell you. This is a message to all who are still abridged, that can't comprehend what I'm saying, that can't comprehend my words, can't comprehend what a pledge is. You can't comprehend that you've been bond or you've been enslaved. This is for you. To all abridged, from your brother, Eddie King Smith IV. As many will soon see, there is a difference between words when they are capitalized in contracts. These evil ones who continue to hurt everyone all know who is responsible. The way it was done was by slowly reducing access to the full unabridged definition of words. Doing this over long amounts of time makes those abridged to invite tyranny. So much so does all the poor become enslaved by the debt of evil. These are the days that have always been foretold. This is the evil group that is the Great Rebellion, known by mercy of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and ancestor Jacob. Our Father Yahweh has given the true descendants of Israel a faithful path to victory, a path of deliver, of pledge to the faithful bondman. Peace, finally. Clean waters that heal. Longer life for the righteous. Enumeration of trust of unum sanctum. It truly is by Christ eternal life. It for all whom believe and whom are ready to stand, so to rise up high to proper positions. This is what I ask for you to thoroughly, with an unabridged dictionary from 1936, sit patiently and review carefully every word that I have said. I am saying that at this very moment that children are getting kidnapped by a full-on rebellion of law. That is important, yes? When one comprehends what I have said, then so will everyone else. Sincerely, your brother, Eddie King Smith IV. Okay. We have to unabridge ourselves, all of us, and we're going to do it together as a family by following the law. So please, what I want you to do is grab one of these guys. Yeah, a little older, from 1936, from the date of establishment of our Social Security Trust. And I want you to read your contract. And I want you to comprehend capitalization and what it does, based on what the dictionary says. Because at the time it was established, because that is the law. And it's the truth. And this is not the truth. And it's the truth. The truth will set you free. And I promise. Alright. Anyway, I love you all. Yeah. Good song, guy. Alright, everybody. See, I can do a video without being mean or destroying somebody, right? Yeah? See, I can. Alright. Bye, everyone.